I wanted to come on and just have a quick conversation with you about base coats. It's a question we get asked a lot about. What's a rubber base for? What's a normal base for? How do you use a builder gel? What base do you use under a builder gel? So I thought we'll just go through it in one video and clear it all up for you guys. So we offer three what we would call base coats. So here they are. We have what we would call a normal base coat. This is what you generally use with a gel polish system. So if you're doing just a normal gel manicure or a gel base, colour, top coat, no extensions, that's all you need. That's the perfect base coat. We also offer what we call rubber base coats. So these are, you could almost call them sort of a hybrid product between a base coat and maybe a builder gel. They are slightly buildable. Is that a word? Buildable? So slightly buildable. You could go in using a rubber base with those who are problem lifters. They tend to have a bit more adhesion. If you have ridges or anything like that on the nail, they're quite good because you can just build ever so slightly with it. I wouldn't recommend tipping with a rubber base coat, however. But if somebody comes to you, for example, wanting a short builder gel set, you don't always necessarily need to go in with a builder gel. A rubber base would do the trick. They come in colours. We also have it in clear. So yeah, a really good all-round product. And then we have a builder gel. So builder gel is, well, a gel that you can build with. You can use it as a base coat itself underneath the builder gel product. So for example, when you're talking about your slip layer, you could go in with a builder gel. A lot of people like to go in under a builder with a base coat or a rubber base. Whether or not it makes a massive difference, I don't know. I've actually got into the habit of using a rubber base underneath a builder gel. It's cheaper than a builder gel, so it does save on your product. It gives a good base to work on. So yeah, I would definitely use the two together. Under every enhancement or treatment that you do, however, as long as you're going with a good prep routine, you should be okay. So we recommend this routine. So prep and Power Bomb primer. Some people might argue that it's an acid primer. They might argue that it's a bit too harsh for the gel polish. I don't think it is. If you use it sparingly, you're not overusing it, you don't need to double prime, you're never going to do the nail any damage. I like to go in with the same primer no matter what I do. So whether it's a gel polish, using rubber base or using acrylic or builder gel, purely because then I don't forget, I don't get mixed up, because there'd be nothing worse than going, if you had one that's specially for gel and you were doing a set of acrylic and then you go in with a gel primer and then think, oh, is that going to last? So keep your prep the same. Makes it so much easier. So yeah, here are our bases and I'll show you how to use them. Right, so as promised, I'll show you exactly what I mean. So basically, here's our little practice hand. Prepping, I would go in always prepping the nails in the same way. I'm not going to over prep this because I don't want to, well, I wouldn't over prep a real hand anyway, but I don't want to scratch my practice hand. So etching the natural nail, it wouldn't look as harsh as this on a natural nail. Don't forget you're looking through a clear tip, which is why it looks like I'm going harsh in it, and I'm not. I'm only using a 240. But what you're looking to do is remove all the natural shine from the nail plate. Can go in with a hand file or a drill, whatever you're trained in and most comfortable. So again, obviously if this was a real hand, I'd have done cuticles, etc. But I'm just doing this to show you. So you'd go in with prep and you would prep. It's a new bottle, so it's not spraying. Prep as so. Little tip for you. I do like to use, if you just find one, a little nail brush just to scrub any dust away as well. They're really handy. I sometimes spray the nail brush as well and just give it a scrub instead of spraying the nails. So after prepping, you'd let that dry. If you're tipping, you'd tip when this is dry and then you'd apply your primer. You don't need to apply your primer on the actual nail tip. When applying your primer, this is literally how much, not even that, to be fair, that's probably too much. It will spread itself, not so much on this plastic tip, but if this was on a natural nail, I'd probably only need to do one stroke and it would spread out. Take care not to touch the cuticles. So now, going in, we'll go in with our normal base coat first. So you'd use this in an instance for a normal gel polish manicure. It's a real basic base coat. It is perfect, just does the job, it does what it's supposed to do. So as you can see, it's not a runny formula, and you'd literally do a coat like so. Always cap the free edge. Okay, you'd then pop that in to cure for 60 seconds. Okay, after that's cured, I'd then go in with a colour. I'm using this one at the minute. My bottle's a little bit of a mess. I don't look after them very well. This is called Red Wine. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. See the colour? It's literally like red wine. So on your base coat, you don't touch it, no filing or anything, and literally just apply your polish directly over your base coat like so, capping at the free edge. Cure for 60 seconds. So once you've had a 60-second cure, you go in with a second coat. A little tip for you as well, you can go in with a liner brush just to get around all these little gaps here. I'm not going so close because obviously it's a plastic hand. So, and as you can see, that's absolutely gorgeous coverage. Oops, helps you put the hand in the lamp the right way. Another 60 seconds. After I've done the base coat, 2 coats of the colour, I'd then go in with the top coat. Now we actually have about 7 different top coats, so it doesn't matter which top coat you use, you can go straight in over your colour, whether it's a glitter top coat, a cat eye top coat. You don't have to top coat first, if that makes sense. Every top coat is individual. Right. So, and then straight over with the top coat. And again, capping at the free edge. Back in, cure for 60 seconds. It's as simple as that. So that is how you would do a gel polish using a normal base coat. Great for toes as well. Okay, so that's the normal one. Next one, we will look at our rubber base coat, which is this. So again, it comes in different colours. This one is called Sheer Bliss. So using a rubber base coat, can use it in one of 2 ways. You can build slightly, or I can just use it as a rubber base coat. So using it as a base coat here, this is great for, these colours are great for French manicures, to be fair. This one is a very sheer one, so it's quite see-through, but we do have some that are quite deep, so if you're wanting maybe a more of a cover, it would work perfectly. So base coat, can't get the hand off, pop in there, 60 seconds cure. Got another one here actually as well. This one is called, you can tell I use this one a lot. This one's called Nude Muse. So this is more of a cover. Can you see that? This is a gorgeous one. In fact, I'll show you what this one's like as well. So as you can see, this is a rubber base coat with a bit more coverage. I will do a video just on all the rubber bases, guys, just to show you all the colours. cap, as you would. Got hair in there. And then pop in 60-second cure. So, like I was saying, that rubber base, I've literally just done it as a rubber. I could go in straight with the colour, which is, I don't know where I've put the colour. Let's go with a different colour. Let's go with Firecracker. This is quite a bright one, but one of my favourites. Oh, look at that. So, as you can see, there's not much difference really when you use it normally. I would say it is a little bit stronger. So if you ever get clients that do tend to maybe break at the free edge, or they can't go so long with the normal base coat, going with the rubber base is just that little bit stronger for length, if that makes sense. Okay, pop in, full cure. Right, so I'm now going to show you what I mean by you can build it slightly. So I'll go in with this one. So almost using it like you would a builder, taking a bit of product off, pushing it into the cuticle, and as you can see, the product is slightly buildable. Now these are rubber base coats, not builder gels, so I wouldn't recommend extending or tipping with it, but it's brilliant for those who just need a bit of structure, let's say, to a normal nail, if that makes sense. So they want a little bit of a, so almost like a bit of an apex, or if they've got really flat nails, just slightly build and it just looks that little bit better. Well, a lot better, to be fair. So you can go in with a liner, just go down those edges just like you would. I've got a bit of a hair there, don't know where my bottle's been in my drawer. And you can play around with it. You know, you can keep moving it until it sets, until it cures. So I'll pop that in the lamp. Full cure, 60 seconds. And that is it for your base coats with a builder gel. Now, like I say, you can go in with a scrub layer. I will show you separately on two of the hands. So I know I'm not using the proper tips for this hand. I don't have any. But you know what? These cheap ones do the job. Right, so builder gel and a rubber base. So I've got that here. I don't have a clay's not actually in stock at the minute, but it doesn't matter. This is sheer enough. Nothing's going to show through it anyway. Okay, so I can either use a rubber base coat to go in like so. I do like to do it this way, to be fair. It's just, I don't know, it's not easier because you're just doing the same thing, but you're using less of your builder gel, which is a more expensive product anyway. And then I'd do the same thing with a base. If I wasn't using a base, I'd do a scrub layer. So I'd almost literally scrub it into the nail bed like that. And that would create its own base coat. So that's exactly what I mean by you don't need a base coat with builder gel. You would use the builder gel as a base coat. So two methods, rubber base, scrub layer of the builder. You can use either, okay? So cure that for 60 seconds and then you'd go in and build like you normally would. That is a terrible example. Try not to let your brush lift from the product because that is where you're going to get air bubbles. So you just literally walk the product down like that. Take a liner brush and just tidy it up like that. Super, super easy. Flash cure in between each finger. So in theory, if you were doing a client, you would have done that nail. While that one's in the lamp, you can work on that one and vice versa. So your client would literally be going, what the hell is going on? But it's so much quicker. Don't do a nail, cure, do a nail, cure. You could have done the other hand by then. Okay, that only needs about 10 seconds flash cure just to stop the product from moving, because what you're going to do by the time you get to the last finger, you'd make the client put everything, you'd put the whole hand in anyway for the full cure, just to make sure you've covered it all. Okay, so again, remove the product off your brush. I kind of turn it, give it a bit of a swivel, push into the cuticle, and walk the product down. Now, everybody has their own way, their own method of doing it. There's no right way, there's no wrong way. It literally is whatever works for you, whatever you find easy. You know, you might have a way that people look at and go, what the hell are you doing? But do you know what? Does the girl at the checkout of your local supermarket go, oh, you didn't walk that product down the nail? Really doesn't matter, as long as you get the desired outcome. Okay, and that is it, guys. It is as simple as that when it comes to base coats. Any questions, put them in the comments and we'll definitely get back to you. Now, once these have had a full cure, you can then go in with a file if you need to, top coat, and away you go. Not going to file them because they're applied pretty neatly. I don't think I need to file them, plus it is a plastic hand. I don't think she's going to complain. I'd go in, top coat, cap free edge, top coat, cap free edge, and another cure of 60 seconds. So there you have it. Rubber bases, normal base, builder gel, they all have their purpose, and I hope that explains it a little bit for you. Thanks so much for watching.